spend a minute in remembering all our 11 Vyaktitvas, how much we have watered it, manured it yesterday, till yesterday, and today till now, and what we are planning for our whole day and the days to come. Lokasevaka, Dharma Samsthavaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerana Yukta. And how much our nearness to all these sources of blessings, empowerment we have developed with our Purushartha Prayatna and Prarthana. Shruti Mata, Guru Parambara, Devata Samoha, Adi Parashakti Mata, Ishvara and Parabrahma. Wonderful Shastram, Shwethashwathara Upanishad. We are into the Dhenam, first chapter, Sambandha Bhashyam. Quotations from Yagnavalkya SMRITHI. Those 5-6 shlokas giving us complete picture of Adhyatmic sadhana to be consciously heard, understood, and practiced for the final goal of moksha is indicated. And hence, this portion becomes very, very essential for a serious, sincere sadhaka. Before we study that, before we go for our sankalpa, 2-3 minutes of thought, like every day, today also, is this one. One, please let us understand that spiritual sadhana journey and reaching the destination is the saga, the effort of many, many lives. Be aware of this point. In the past few lives we were doing, next life also it will continue till the goal is reached. Point 1. 2. In that journey continues, in this life, how much we are able to do, we have to be mindful about that and try to do the maximum of the sadhana. Point 2. Point 3. What is spiritual sadhana? Is the internal inward travel journey from the grosser to the subtler to the subtlemost in recognizing in our identification. Third point. Fourth, all this internal journey will start only when we become introverted from being extroverted. All this internal journey will happen only when we become introverted antarmukha from being extroverted bahirmukha. Then how the bahirmukhata, fifth point, we can come out of it is the toughest job, but it's no other way. How we have to come out of the bahirmukha is in the bahya jagat, whatever is seen to be very attractive, very enchanting, very beautiful, very promising to give the sukha bhoga, all of that necessarily, inevitably has to be understood as unreal and mithya. By accepting the world to be real and giver of happiness, we can never withdraw from the world and become antarmukha for the antah sadhana, antah prayana. And This is what calls for that deep study of Shastra, Shruti कहते हैं उसको, using the logic, युक्ति कहते हैं, and the upamana. Through Shruti, Yukti, upamana examples, again and again we have to see to it that we are getting the understanding and conviction is that the world is not real. It is seen, it is experienced, yet unreal. That is the toughest job. Unless we deeply go into the cause of the world, the appearance of the world, if we don't go into those details, the mithyatva of the jagat, asatyatva of the jagat can never be understood. If it is not understood, if it is taken as real, just take it for granted. We can't withdraw from the world. Without withdrawing from the world, we can never become antarmukha. Without antarmukha, we cannot travel from the sthula to the sukshma to the karana and to the karana of the karana, the beyond the innermost journey. So we have to work for all these things, focusing more on what is required right now, depending on where do we stand. So although I try for meditation, although I try for the swadhyaya, although I try for studying the shastra, listening to shastra, understanding the tattva, but right now because I am lost in the bahaya jagat, I have to focus more on the mithyatva of the bahya jagat, asatyatva of the bahya jagat, then bandhana karanatva of the bahya jagat inside. While again doing the duties without compromising. जो ड्यूटियां हैं वो करते भी रहेंगे, एक लगातार धारा विचार का चलता रहता है जिससे जगत मिथ्यात्व असत्यत्व इज being ascertained. One or two things are, one is what? That which is continuously changing cannot be real. It has some substratum behind which, on which this is behind, on which this is superimposed, and that substratum is changeless, and this world is changing. Therefore, it is mithya, unreal. This is how one logic we have to use. Second is, everything is continuously while changing, even perishing also. So, changeable, perishable is not only not real, holding on to it gives only the dukkha. Therefore, let me not go for this world. This type of mithyatva as well as vairagya towards the world we have to develop. Third important thing is what? The whole world is drishyam. I am the drashta. On नहीं किया, नहीं हो रहा क्या? Whole world is drishyam. I am the drashta. Drishyam depends on drashta, not vice versa. Drashta should not become slave to the drishya. Drashta should be independent of the drishya. So this willpower, that I am the drashta, I should not depend on it. This is one reason. Drishya depends on me. Second, and it is nashavan, it is continuously changing, and it has a substratum on which it is superimposed. When these things are continuously thought over, this is called yukti. And taking the Shruti Pramana, so many Shastras continuously talking about the Mithyatva of the Jagat. And the Upamana examples you can see. Nothing is permanently there, and anything glorious appearing, whoever is seeking it and getting it, they are only bound. With these type of intellectual inquiries and understanding the truths, we have to become free from the external world. Then the internal journey. In the Antarmukha journey, again one upadhi, their limitations, and the support of that upadhi. That is the real inner self. In this way, if you take the Panchakosha, Anna to Prana to Mano to Vijnana, then from the Vijnanamaya Kosha to the Atma Vastu, or Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, the beyond one, or the Stula Sukshma Karana beyond one, isn't it? In this way, this inner journey is called spiritual journey. In between, lot of fears, hesitations, doubts will come whether such a truth is there or not. The reference of the remembrance of the great gurus, Mahatmas, is the one which reinstates the Shraddha in us, pushes us ahead. They all have experienced, they are in the Mukta Sthiti, they have unequivocally said that the truth is there. Entire Shruti Parampara Shastras of our Sanatana Dharma talk about that मोक्ष स्थिति. अब इतना बात होने के बाद ऐसी सत्य नहीं है, ये बनता नहीं बात. And then understood, like we said, so many lives it will take. En route, we have to clear also so much of the prarabdhas, so much of the runa, and so much of, if Lord wants to get some work done through us, तो ये सब का होता होता वहाँ हम पहुँचेंगे. So अभी अभी we started journey. Let us not be in that immaturity that destination अभी पहुँचा नहीं. A childish mind says so. They go for a picnic, 8 hours journey, just now started, 10 मिनट नहीं हुआ. He says अभी आए नहीं. You have to travel, no? In the same way, we just started journey. In this entire life, just we are learning to open a Shastra. We are just learning to accept the presence of Paramatma, the Ishtadevata, Guru, need of the Upasana to them. We are just learning to pause in life. We are just learning the need of making our equipments worthy for inner journey. ये थोड़े थोड़े तो हम कर रहे हैं. अब suddenly how do we expect that the journey should conclude and we should reach the destination? Have patience. Have that magnanimity. In this life, while going through prarabdha, fulfilling the duties, doing the upasanas to Guru and God, doing the swadhyaya of the Shastra, Shravanam, and little bit of Japadi and Upasana and Dhyanam, this much I can travel. But be regular on these sadhanas, which are some compulsorily to be done every day. Karmanyevadhikaraste mafaleshu. Intensify the Guru Upasana, Daiva Upasana, Bhakti. Then they appear in some form, or certainly they indicate to us that good, you are traveling, so this distance you have reached, move ahead. That more conspicuous thing will happen. Today we will see that in our, or we have already seen in our Yoga Darshanam, Murdha Jyotishi Siddha Darshanam. The Rishi Gurus, they come and bless us, or wherever they are, they bless and make us feel कि ये पहाड़ या पढ़ाओ मैंने पार किया, नेक्स्ट वाला ये है. So that clarity, that maturity, which is so beautiful, na? When I know 100 I have to travel 20 kilometers milestone आया तो पता है कि रास्ते में हूँ मैं. Same way, these understandings really inspire us. Otherwise, there's a vagueness. सब कर रहे हैं लेकिन क्या हो रहा है नहीं पता. तो कर रहे हैं, ये हो रहा है, आगे होगा. This clarity, the if we are Guru Bhakta, Daiva Bhakta, they reveal to us. So all in all, many lives journey, how much we can travel in this life. Travel is internal. For that, from the extrovertedness, we have to become intro. To free from extrovertedness, necessarily, we have to discover the mithyatva, asatyatva of the Jagat. Only then we can withdraw. Otherwise, deeply, intensely, we involve in the outer worldly samsara, keeping ourselves away from the truth and journey towards it. Even though mechanically we attend classes, read some books, meet some Mahatmas, do some sadhanas. वो सब फिर ऊपर ऊपर ही रहेगा. May God bless all of us in realizing these things and prove to ourselves that we are true matured seekers with understanding doing the sadhana. Om 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 Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsa Rishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Yerime Guruvehi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakhyatāh Sarva Vedantāh Tan Nityam Pranatosmyaham. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kruto Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Om Vidithanamaya Vishadaika Kala न च किंचन कांचनमस्ति गुरो द्रुतमेव विदेहि कृपां सहजां भवशंकर देशिकमे शरणम्. ओम ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः. श्री श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः. श्री वेदव्यास महर्षये श्वेताश्वतर महर्षये आदिशंकर महर्षये अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोध अस्मिन् क्षणे प्राप्ति मोक्ष प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः सांप्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरु शिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपरायाः भक्ति ज्ञान वेदांतानां योगानां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां महानुभावानां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणां भक्त शिष्य साधक सेवा उपासक श्रेयोभिलाषिणाम् आश्रमाणां संस्थानां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम्. अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः. ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ओम शांति शांति शांति. अथ संबंध भाष्यम. Friends, in the Yagnavalkya Smriti, the sequence of sadhanas told were, just to remind, only browse through, explanations are done yesterday, day before, repeatedly listening, doing vicharana, understanding and accepting those sadhanas, and to be doing those sadhanas. This is what we have to prove our sincerity and commitment. Acharya Upasanam, and from him Vedaशास्त्रार्थस्य Vivekita. Then to begin the practical sadhana, Satkarmanam Anushtanam. Then to continuously remain in the inspiration, Sangha Sadbhihi, and to protect ourselves from ourselves and the world, Giraha Shubhaha. 5 sadhanas. Every word of this we have explained. Then we go to Sri Aloka Alambha Vigamaha. Any Kama Uddipana, Kama Prerana, Kama involvement, all the things related to that, we have to give up, withdraw. And it is possible to be given up. It is necessary to be given up in the pursuit of that Paramatma, which is beyond all Stula Sukshma Karana. This Stula Bhoga, we can give up, we should give up. We are gainers only, not the losers. That I lose this or that bhoga. This is the jiva who talks. This is the mana who talks, who have less information, who are less matured. The intellectual understanding, if you are clear that the experience of the Brahman, the Atman, is of infinite bliss, has no difficulties, troubles, bondages, limitations like the worldly bhoga. When this intellectual conviction comes, then we accept and we practice and we succeed in giving up these lower bhoga. So Sri Alokana Alambha Vigamaha. Then Sarvabhuta Atma Darshanam. Start seeing every being as the Paramatma only. You know, Sarvabhuta Atma Darshanam. All the 3 sadhanas which are taught in Gita. You know, Daswa, Gyarava, Barahava. Or in Ishavasya Upanishad. You know, again in Gita 6th chapter. And 9th chapter also so beautifully. Everywhere it is said. Only 3 things. They are all in me, the whole universe. I am in them. Third, both are one without second. That is the meaning of Sarva Bhuta Atma Darshanam. They are all in me because I am the pure consciousness self. They all have to be in me. I am in them. I as an individual have to be in the total. How both are possible? They are in me, I am in them only when both are one. So this way, Sarvabhuta Atma Darshana Abhyasa. ऐसे स्पिरिचुअल साधनाओं को ना जस्ट मजाक के वास्ते टाइम पास के वास्ते आउट ऑफ फेथ भी करो. It has tremendous effect, like medicine taken on the advice of doctor, faith in him, or you just took it like food and all. You just take it. It's a medicine. It is removing the hunger type diseases. It is strengthening us. We don't take very seriously the motion every day. We don't take very seriously Nidra, but they are medicines, they are curing. Routinely we are doing it. अच्छा बैठ करके बड़ा विचारधारा से नहीं करते उसको. In the same way, sadhanas, when done as told, it will give result. But when you understand and do it, conviction से करोगे, तो then obstacles will be easily conquered. And when I have inner understanding conviction, the first enemy and the biggest enemy, my own inner doubts, they won't trouble me. When my doubts don't trouble me, or doubts don't arise, it is easy to conquer the outer obstructions. So too, if I myself am not intellectually clear, therefore I myself have doubts and hesitations, I don't need outer obstructions for stopping my sadhana. मैं खुद ही अपने शंका से डाउट से छोड़ देता हूँ. इसलिए inner conviction anywhere required, but same time do sadhana with shraddha. That also gives result. Sadhana karna important. Sadhana is Sarvabhuta Atma Darshanam. Next, we were told about Tyagaha Parigrahanam cha. Slowly, the Vastu Parigraha, the Vyakti Parigraha, the Anubhava Parigraha, the memory Parigraha, we have to slowly give up Tyag karna hai. When such things are said, why they have to be given up, how they become obstructions in my inner subtler journey. If I don't give up those things, when we think, understand, then we understand why the Guru is telling it, then we do it. Sarva parigrahanam tyagaha. Then we were told about jirna kashaya dharanam. Phata purana kashaya dharana. Indicating living life with minimum requirements. Minimum means bare minimum. That is the hint of Jirna Kashaya Dharananka. Think about it. Then we were talking about Vishaya Indriya Samrodha. The Indriyas are not sent to embrace the Vishayas. Vishayas are not allowed to track the senses. Like when you want to make your son successful in his studies, strict discipline you impose on him, that he will not meet his useless friends, and you will not allow those fellows when they knock the door to come and disturb your son. Oh, पढ़ रहा है अभी, तुम चल. You know, you can see in that mohalle mein, children friends to each other. So they come. So mother tells, oh अभी नहीं आएगा खेलने को, वो पढ़ रहा है. और वो खुद ही कहता है मम्मा जाना पड़, शट अप पढ़ो कल एग्जाम. So too, the senses should not go out. Outer objects should not come and disturb the senses. And it is possible. Like in this 1 hour class, when we are attentively listening, senses are not going into any objective world. Objects are not coming into us. And that is why we are able to listen. Continue. We will be able to study. We will be able to deeply contemplate. We will be able to meditate. If senses go into world comes into senses. Along with that, the mind has to run. Along with that, the intellect has to run. Along with the ego also goes. Then we become extroverted samsari, not introverted sadhaka. Therefore, Vishaya Indriya Samrodha, Samyak Rodhana. We have to do it. And lot of other simple practical exercises we have to discover for ourselves what work for us. Go to a place where there are no vishayas at all, or be in the house but remove all the vishayas there, or keep yourself so busy in Bhagavad related work that no time is given for the indriyas, for the vishayas. कोई भी तरीका जो हमारे लिए वर्केबल है वो करके ये अचीव करना है. Vishaya Indriya Samrodhanam. Then we were told next one is, this is where we have to start our study. Ki Tandra Alasya Vivarjanam. This is not focused by us during our study of last 4-5 days when this topic started. Tandra Alasya Vivarjanam. Tandra means Nidra. Nidra and Tandra, they go. And we become sentimental and emotional and attached to our Nidra. Huh? And that nidra every day 1-2 hours excessive हो ही जाता है. Bare minimum nidra with which I become fresh 5 hours 6 hours. ऐसा पहले कह कर कि मुझे इस स्थिति में आना है, ट्रेन करने अपने आप को. 5 hours और 6 hours पर डे, मैक्सिमम 7, उससे ज़्यादा ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ना चाहिए. As we become more antakarana shuddha, more deep, intense in our sadhana, it gets reduced to 4, 3, 5 hours. That's it. And because while doing sadhana, we are not troubling our senses and body too much in the world, that much exhaustion will not be there. Need of nidra will reduce. Bhojan ko bhi limit karne se. Okay. Then the alasya means the laziness. प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन. निद्रा अलग है, लेजीनेस अलग है. निद्रा से उठे हैं लेकिन फिर भी नो इंस्पिरेशन, नो एंथुजियाज्म, नो स्विफ्ट मूवमेंट ऑफ द बॉडी माइंड in taking up the work and doing continuously. And this is particularly immediately after getting up from Nidra. Generally also there is Tandra, there is Alasya. The minimum time required should be given to everything done, not maximum time. We do long maximum time. Like मतलब खाना minimum 10 minutes, maximum 1 hour. तो maximum we spend time. टेकिंग बाथ मिनिमम 8-10 मिनट्स, मैक्सिमम 2 घंटे, अब 2 घंटे लगा दे, दैट्स कॉल्ड आलस्य. वी आर नॉट टोल्ड टू रन विद द बॉडी. when we are old, our body is not cooperative, but we should not also be lazy because of body and mind's you know the laziness, that there is alasya, arasya in life. Example of Gurudev, you are at the age of 75, 77, 80. He was so agile in his activities of the Sharira, Prana, Mana. That fastness, even एक सेकंड का भी गैप नहीं देना, एक के बाद करते रहना जो जरूरत चीजें हैं. अंडरस्टूड. इसमें वो भी है, फिनिश आउटर वर्क, सिट पर जपा खत्म हो गया, पूजा खत्म हो गया, ध्यान खत्म हो गया, सत्संग. आलस्य नहीं होना किसी में. इवन इन दैट यू हैव टू गो आउट फॉर ए मार्केट, जाके आओ. द मोमेंट वाइफ सेज जाइए मार्केट कुछ ले आए, इमीडिएटली टेक बैक, गो, बार्गेन करो, करना है तो नहीं, तो नहीं, गिव द मनी, गेट द थिंग, पुट इट, गो बैक टू योर वर्क. And a stipulated time. I know these 6 hours I am awake and hard working, so half an hour I take rest or 1 hour. Again 8 hours I work, then night 4 hours I take rest or 5 hours. तो इस तरह से आलस्य को आने नहीं देना. निद्रा एंड आलस्य आर तमोगुण, दे आर एनिमीज. वो पिछले जन्म के संस्कार से, प्रारब्ध से भी होते हैं, इस जन्म के हमको गलत खाना वगैरह करने से होते हैं. एंड इफ यू आर नॉट स्ट्रिक्ट डिसिप्लिन एंड नॉट ट्रेन्ड आवरसेल्व्स एंड वी फील I am not able to do, I can't do. There are 4-5 reasons by which nidra and tandra is alasya is maintained. If you look at the great Mahatmas, their dynamism, their 18-20 hours working for sadhana, service the world, if you look at them, then inspiration comes. Then if they can do, I can also. It may be difficult, but not impossible. Let me try. Within the next 6 months, I must reach to that minimum nidra and no alasya sthiti. Our classes are good help for that. सुबह 2 क्लास, दोपहर में, शाम को, and in between if you take the commitment of your upasana, japa, repeated study of this text, and post lunch also maybe little rest, immediately after that again कोई ना कोई काम लगे रहो बस प्यार से. Don't listen to the mind. Mind gives suggestions. थक गए, सो जाओ, दूसरे लोग नहीं कर रहे, इसका कुछ फायदा ही नहीं हो रहा है, you are missing that enjoyment, भोग. Each these suggestions come from the mind. If you can shut the mouth of the mind, if you can open the intellect, if you are inspired to reach the higher goal and get inspiration also from already reached people, then we, while working in the sadhana, the nidra alasya, tandra alasya, we can transcend. And it has to be continuous. Tandra alasya vivarjanam. Next, Narayana, Sharira Parisankyanam. Yesterday we exhaustively studied it. Sharira Parisankhyana means is a very sublime art. I, the infinite, all-pervading self, getting caught up in this one Panchakosha, one Sharira, limited with this Deshakala Vastu. What an insult it is to me. Why am I bound to this Deha, Tadatma? Why am I so much slave to it? Why am I worried about it so much? So I will stay in this body, yet I am not going to be conditioned, limited by this body by not identifying with it. जब यूज करना है को यूज किया, उसके बाद उसके प्रति साक्षी भाव. दिस इज द मीनिंग ऑफ शरीर परिसंख्यानम. Sharira Parisankyanam also means be aware of the Sharira to keep it always healthy so that it is helping for sadhana. Disease है शरीर में कंटिन्यूस हो नहीं पाएगा साधना, है ना. अनईजी होगी ना. हेल्दी बॉडी कैन डू, हेल्दी माइंड हेल्दी बॉडी आर रिक्वायर्ड फॉर प्रॉपर आउटर लाइफ ऑल्सो, प्रॉपर स्पिरिचुअल साधना. तो शरीर का परितः सम्यक ख्यापनम. Be aware of Sharira, both ways of keeping it healthy and also making use of it for sadhana, so to detach from it. By doing the dosha drushti. Luckily in Yoga Vasishta we are studying बाल्यावस्था, युवावस्था, वृद्धावस्था, सबको फाड़, है ना, फाड़ के फेंक रहे वहां राम जी तो. इट वॉज सच ए वंडरफुल टॉपिक वी आर एंजॉइंग. लकी वंस कमिंग. So, Sharira Parisankhyanam. Next common is Pravrittishu Agadarshanam. Bapre. This is the toughest of the thing, but most important one. In the absence of the convinced knowledge about the reality of Paramatma, in the absence of Him to be the goal, and in the presence of terrible vasanas, and in the presence of strong ego, in the presence of upadhi tadatmya, and with the company of the worldly people, we become pravrutti oriented more and more. What Bhagavan here says is pravrittishu agadarshanam. The moment anything other than Paramatma Prapti sadhana comes in the mind or told by someone to do, वो महापाप है ऐसा मानना है. प्रवृत्ति में अघ पाप को देखना है. बिकॉज गोइंग अवे फ्रॉम परमात्मा इज अ पाप ओनली. दी प्रवृत्ति सु अघ दर्शनम, द धर्म प्रवृत्ति, सेवा प्रवृत्ति, उपासना प्रवृत्ति, even यज्ञ आगादि also from the deep inner आत्मज्ञान परस्यूट स्टैंड पॉइंट, ये सारे भी प्रवृत्तियां हैं, ये भी पाप ही है. हाँ, डू देम फॉर अंतःकरण शुद्धि. अंतःकरण शुद्ध होते ही गो इनसाइड फॉर इनर मेडिटेशन. मेडिटेशन नहीं हो पा रहा, दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ अशुद्धि. टू गेट द शुद्धि, सम ऑफ दीज थिंग्स आर डन. उपासना, यज्ञ, जप. Only in these two sadhanas we have to engage. Antakarana Shuddhi Upayogi sadhana with the Shuddha Antakarana Antarmukhata, the Dhyana on Paramatma. Other than this, any outer pravritti strengthens the Satyatva of the Jagat. When the Jagat Satyatva is strengthened, I can't leave Jagat, Jagat can't leave me. Without that, I can't go deep in my meditation to realize the substratum. We are not fighting with anyone. We are not hating anyone. Whole world is going on in its own way. All well. But we are not pravritta. Anything you see, multi-crore millions of business you have done, spreading your various fields of business all over the world. So one day we die only with all those vasanas and all. We die without discovering the self, no, finally. आत्मज्ञान के बिना ही मरेंगे हम इतना भी करके बाहर. Nothing can be greater than the Atmajnana and Moksha. Please remember it. That is why our Shastra said, after the age of 55, 60, कौन मना कर रहा है तुमको? जितना करना है तो करो outer. But after that, Vanaprastha, stop extrovertedness. And all these are addressed to the Vanaprasthi and Yati. Before that, any itching is there, finish it off in that particular age of working in the world, serving the world and all. देखो, राजा, महाराजा, सम्राट, चक्रवर्ती, सार्वभौम हुए हैं in this world. Bad examples you take of the Ravana Adi. All the worlds they have conquered. दिक्पालकों को जीता भाई वो. But they went to Naraka because of Papa. So to big great kings have come, got very name and fame. They might have served the praja in their kala. But then what happened to them is again according to their vasana. They are somewhere born only. Only after being a king, giving that kingdom to the children, when they go for spiritual sadhana, then they get their moksha. मुझे दुनिया को नहीं पहले अपना मोक्ष पाना है. While doing it, I serve the world. This is बहुत बहुत important. प्रवृत्तिषु अघदर्शन. Very tough but necessary. प्रवृत्ति में पाप को देखना. Why papa? We told you, vasanas get strengthened, knowledge is covered, the world is taken as real, and again the world enters, then the mind becomes active, then the raga dvesha come, then zero of sadhana 100% फिर से samsara शुरू होता है. प्रवृत्तिषु अघदर्शनम. This one. Next was कि नीरजस tamasa. By slowly, steadily eliminating Rajoguna and Tamoguna from our life, Sattva Shuddhi. We have to ensure that our Antakarna is always in Sattva Guna. And that Sattva Guna is getting freed from Rajas and Tamas. The freedom of Sattva Guna from Rajas Tamas is when this Sattva Guna is used only for Tattva Chintana, Atma Darshan. मिश्र सत्व गुण क्या होता है? That sattva endowed with rajoguna makes us do outer social works, outer so-called spiritual works, बाहर का वो एक समय के लिए ओके, बट लेटर ऑन वी हैव टू डिस्कवर द इनर सेल्फ. वो इसलिए वो मिश्रता ऑफ द रजोतमो शुड बी ड्रॉप्ड. शुद्ध सत्व गुण. फील दैट at heart where Shuddha Sattva हमेशा in the drishti or in the vision of the Paramatatva only, Sarva Vyapaka. So Neerajas Tamasa Sattva Shuddhi. Next one Samshuddha Sattva Shuddhi. Then Nispruhata. Then Nispruha. देखो simple but difficult to catch. I am Brahman. That is infinite blissful. I have to discover it. Other than Brahman, everything is unreal. So I cannot afford to have the desire for unreal. And that unreal though appears to be obtained, but still it deludes me, troubles me because it is unreal. ऐसे भावना से दृढ़ाति दृढ़ भावना से कोई भी स्पृहा मीन्स डिजायर फॉर एनीथिंग अदर देन परमात्मा शुड नॉट बी entertained. निस्पृहा. No, these are all the thoughts when repeatedly studied, they click to us, their meaning clicks to us, their necessity is understood by us. It's not like a novel that you read because it's not a story. It is a total inner transmutation, transformation. अब उतना करना है तो कितने गंभीरता से इन विषयों को समझकर निकालना है. Like one MLA or minister left the party. So what? दूसरे को अपॉइंट करो उस पोस्ट में, फर्क नहीं पड़ता. बट इफ इट इज टोटल इलेक्शंस, national election where the whole government has to restart, what a big hangama it will be 3 days after elections start first phase. So it is not a just one little information. It's total transmutation, transformation. Therefore these subjects have to be repeatedly and thoroughly studied, and then we have to grasp that. Then we have to mold ourselves. This toughness, those who can't do, they continue to be samsari. For that, first thing is you have to be regular in your Shastra Shravana from your Acharyas, Gurus. जिंदगी में लगातार हर दिन उपनिषद को ही सुनना है, वेदांत सुनना है. Once in a while we listen, and when we break the continuity, for whatever the reason, you are missing that input. This is what is the toughest thing that we cannot convince you. We can't say it again and again. Satsang ko आओ, सुनो, शास्त्र पढ़ो. Because you will feel the other thing कि क्यों बाबा जी बार बार बुला रहे, मूर्ख हमारे लिए थोड़े बुला रहे. Unless you listen again and again Shastra, you can't even register the data. Without data itself registered, when will you contemplate? When will you come to the deeper understanding of the truth? When will we meditate on that? When will we get the moksha? इसलिए हमको लगातार सुनना है. In our Taittiriya Upanishad, Namaha, how many times it was told, Swadhyaya Pravachane Swadhyaya Pravachane Swadhyaya Pravachane स्वाध्याय करो प्रवचन सुनो, प्रवचन सुनो स्वाध्याय करो. और इफ यू आर इन द आचार्य फंक्शन, स्वाध्याय करो प्रवचन दो एंड अपने गुरुओं से प्रवचन सुनो. Because that's the only thing which reminds us of the truth as goal. Otherwise the life will be मैकेनिकल होते हैं. जब मूड आया क्लास गए, थोड़ा सुन ली, बट द होल लाइफ इज वर्ल्डली ओनली. द यूट्यूब ब्रांड सब्सक्राइब तो करते हैं अच्छे हार्ट से, but they don't know the glory of these regular classes, the necessity of it, the beauty of it, the blessings that are hidden in it, by all the Guru Parampara. They're immature minds, unprepared minds, unplanned they are. Therefore, अच्छा बाबा जी बोल रहे हैं, बोलने दो उनको, let's not disturb करके चाय कप लेकर they go to other channel in the YouTube. Some of them, they look at every Babaji speaking live on channels and कोई बाबा को नहीं देखते, सबको नमस्कार करके they become Baba. These are all not the right ways. You stick to one Acharya and listen from him the respective Shastra and collect the data and do the Manana Chintana. Then only the deeper understandings will come. Then we can try for sadhana in which the transformation of our personality metamorphosis happens. Then only the inner deep truths are revealed to us. So, the sadhana of sattva shuddhi, then nispruhata, very, very important. Nirajas tamasa sattva shuddhi, then nispruhata. Nispruha we were talking about. Never ever any thought of desire of anything else other than Paramatma. Then the last one said is shamaha. ऑलवेज मन को समस्थिति में क्षमा स्थिति में रखना है. क्षमा इज मनोनिग्रह. तो माई माइंड्स थॉट्स इमोशंस प्रोजेक्शंस all of them are in my control. No thought erupts by its choice. No thought gurgles to disturb me. No moment of my day or life I am overpowered by my mind. Like the many parents overpowered by their own children, very naughty children and all. These stupid parents are attached to them, so they behave like a servants to them. बच्चों का जो गुलामी करते हो ना, उसका 10% भी गुरु को करे, अभी तक मोक्ष मिल जाता. And that fellow sits on the head, then that stupid one child dominates the whole family. Dada dadi, nana nani, mother father, they all have to dance to the stupid fellows, no tunes. If you understand that example, so is the mind. Negative. Positive क्या है? You are having 10 children at home, but everybody are under your command. They are given strict discipline schedule. 5 बजे उठना है तो उठना है बस, 5:15 तक तैयार. एक्सरसाइज, नहाना, तो पक्का बस, बोलने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ना चाहिए. That is the example for the controlled mind. That's called shamaha. Okay. एतैः उपायैः संशुद्ध सत्व योगी. एतैः उपायैः सम्यक शुद्ध सत्व योगी. That yogi who has become shuddha in his antakarana by doing all these upayas or sadhanas, amruti bhaveta. He becomes the experiencer of the amruta atma tattva as his own self. अब देखो हमारा लेवल क्या है. इतना 3-4 दिन पढ़े, but none of the sadhanas we remember, take seriously. We have to recognize where do we stand. You as listener, me and speaker. अगर ये लिस्ट साधनाओं को बुक में से, पुस्तक से मस्तक में ही लिफ्ट नहीं किया एंड उसको वैल्यू नहीं दिया और उसका प्रैक्टिस नहीं किया तो कैसा आगे बढ़े? Like in any profession, professionally you have to approach the profession. Then only you work well, you achieve success. Spirituality also should be professional. You have to be totally dedicated for it. And you have to mean business in that. In business means I must do, I must achieve ये वाला. वो फिर लगातार गुरुओं के संपर्क में रहने से they inspire us. If we are with the worldly people, they inspire in the worldliness. No need to inspire also. Being with them is be worldly, that's it. Help yourself. हो गया? These are all याज्ञवल्क्य श्रुति यति धर्म में साधनाएं बताए. Now, two more shlokas are there. Then Yoga Shikha Upanishad comes. We will see that shloka. Yato Vedaha Puranane Vidyopanishadasthatha Shlokaha Sutrani Bhashyani Yachanyadvangmayam Kvachitu Vedanuvachanam Yajnaha Brahmacharyam Tapodamaha Shaddhopavasah Swatantriyam Atmano Jnana Hetavaha Atmanah Jnana Hetavaha Atmanah for a seeker, Jnana Hetavaha. These are the causes by which the Jnana Prapti is done, Moksha is gained. Each of again sadhana is very precious, valuable. We will see each one of them little. No, unless we study and listen to these things, how can we be inspired? देखो भैया इसलिए मत छोड़ो सत्संग शास्त्र पढ़ना. Don't get lost in the world and worldly people and things. उसके अलग टाइम रखो. है ना? If you don't have that discipline and that commitment, then you are cheating yourself with all your maturity. You know, सच्चे दुख होता है ऐसे देखकर लोगों को. How they are missing Shastra Shravanam. Worldly people anyway never come. But those used to come to the classes, studied some of the Shastras, how come they live in between? प्रारब्ध का थोड़ा हिस्सा होता है. More than that, the ego. More than that, not having value for one's own spiritual growth. All boils down to one thing: never take decision by yourself. Tell all your problems to your living guru. Then that guru sorts out the different blocks that are there in us, because of which we want to be irregular to Shastra Adhenam. Once the Shastra Adhenam छूट गया, सारा साध्य साधना, inspiration, information, everything is gone. He will tell. So these are the things you are going through, and yet you must continue. Don't give it up. Adjust yourself. It is tough, no doubt, to listen 1 hour and all. आजकल लोगों को 10 मिनट 15 मिनट में मोक्ष चाहिए. ऐसे 5-10 मिनट में भी प्रवचन देने वाले बहुत सारे महात्माएं निकले हैं. अब उनके द्वारा आपको मोक्ष मिल रहा है तो जाओ. तो हमारा तो यही टेक्निक रहेगा. शास्त्र लेंगे, भाष्य लेंगे. दो, दिस श्लोका which we are studying is the authority for me. For me personally. 100% Yagnavalkya is Rishi speaking for me and is appreciating me, encouraging me, inspiring. मेरे लिए ये है आधार. We will take up Shastra, take up Bhashya, slowly study it. Then do contemplation. Then realize the importance of those sadhanas. Then commit to do them. So what are they? Yataha. Yata means all the sadhanas. These are all, क्या कहा लास्ट में कि आत्मनः ज्ञान हेतवः. These are the ones by which the तत्व ज्ञान, सिद्धांत, तत्व ज्ञान का साधना, अनुभव, ये तीनों हमको आते हैं. These are the sadhanas. These are the hetus. First is Vedaha. Veda Adhenam, Veda Parayanam. Puranani, Purana Parayanam, Purana Shravanam, Purana Adhenam. कर रहे हैं ना? योगा पूरा भागवत पढ़ लिया हमने और एक पुराण हम ले लेंगे. अभी स्मृति ग्रंथ वी आर डूइंग, दैट इज योगा वासिष्ठ. तो वेदा पुराणानि, देन विद्या, विद्या उपनिषदः तथा. Vidya Upanishad means the Upanishads which talk about Brahma Vidya. So in the Veda, we talk about the Shanti Mantra Ucharana, Veda Mantra Ucharana, and those Veda mantras which indicate us doing the Yajna Yaga so that Antakarna becomes Shuddhi, wo wala. So Vedaha, Puranani, Bhagavata Purana, where Bhagwan's Avatara, Leela, Katha, through that Bhagavad Mahima and inspiration for us to become Jignasu, Mumukshu, Bhakta, all that are given. Third one is Vidya Upanishadaha Tatha. Hmm? So the Upanishads which contain Brahma Vidya, that's what we do. Shlokaha, देखो श्लोका is our Shivananda Lahari. Sutrani, देखो योग सूत्रास वी आर स्टडिंग. भाष्याणि, उसके लिए हम व्यास भाष्य पढ़ रहे हैं, और ऑल उपनिषद मंत्रास आर लाइक सूत्र, वी आर स्टडिंग देम विद भाष्य ओनली. सूत्राणि भाष्याणि यच्च अन्यत वांग्मयम क्वचित. एंड ऑल अदर वांग्मय मीन्स साधु संतों के द्वारा लिखे हुए प्रकरण ग्रंथ. सी वी आर डूइंग विवेक चूड़ामणि पारायण आल्सो. व्हाट इज सेड बाय याज्ञवल्क्य जी हियर, सारा हम हर दिन कर रहे. वेद मंत्र आई एम चैंटिंग एवरी डे 8 मिनट्स फॉर द यूथ, मैं तो कर रहा हूँ. उसके बाद पुराणानि, we are doing Purana Bhagavatam instead of that the Smriti Grantha. Then Vidya Upanishadaha, 2 times Upanishad class is happening. Shlokaha, in every of the 6-7 classes, so many Shlokocharana we are doing. Sutrani, Yoga Darshana we are studying. Bhashyani, वहाँ का भी इधर उपनिषद का भी भाष्य पढ़ रहे हैं हम. We are doing Kathopanishad Parayana also for the children. Then Yacha Anyadvangmayam Kachata, the Anyadvangmayam Adi Shankara Krita, both Shivananda Lahari, Bhakti Grantha, Viveka Chudamani, Vedanta Prakarana, we are chanting them. Before that we have done Rupu Gita, hundreds of Ashtotaras, so many we have done. So what sadhanas we are doing are authentic. देखो हमको मिल गया इधर support. Let us inspire ourselves now, continue doing them with more fervor, more inspiration. Okay? Then Vedānuvachanam. Vedānuvachanam means वेदों का पाठ. Daily 15 minutes वेदों का उच्चारण करना है. If you are Indian, if you are in Sanatana Dharma, minimum is daily Veda उच्चारण. And all that nonsense, कि वेद पाठ इनको नहीं करना, उनको नहीं करना, that is गलत है. Teaching is done by Brahmana. That is a rule. Don't teach others. You learn, you chant yourself every day. आप कितने फालतू नियम लगाते हैं, for only one reason is not to chant Veda mantra. I'm happy nowadays from last 2 months. This Krishna Yajurvediya Taittiriya Brahmanam, I'm chanting every day 8 minutes. In the youth class. Last 3 months. Every day it is giving so much comfort and solace. So Vedanuvachana means Vedic chanting. The Veda mantras which are revealed to the rishis, which is the expression of divinity, which has the eternal Paramatma in it, has its own influence. Daily padho bas. In this way, we have to keep ourselves busy every day. Veda Anuvachanam, then Yajnaha. Yajnas, Upasana and Yajna, every day we have to do. Then Brahmacharyam. All sense organs are controlled, they are not sent outside, that's all. Then Tapaha. तो कृच्छ्र चांद्रायण आदि तपा और इंद्रिय मन निग्रह वाला तपा. देन दमः इंद्रिय निग्रह. देन श्रद्धा, having the faith in Guru, Paramatma, Shastra and our own sadhana and ourselves. So then upavasaha, देखो लिखा है इधर, keeping that fasting. नियमा युक्त भोजनम. सुबह फ्रूट्स ले लो, दोपहर लंच करो, शाम को सब लिक्विड डाइट, सेमी सॉलिड, ऑल लाइटर. इवनिंग भूख लगी तो थोड़ा, सो दैट फटाफट 5-10 मिनट में व्हाट इज खुराक रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द बॉडी गिवन. अदरवाइज बॉडी इज ऑलवेज फेल्ट एम्प्टी, फेल्ट लाइटर. कभी कभी उपवास, एक बार खा के 2 बार छोड़ना, या 2 बार खा के 1 बार, और ओनली ऑन फ्रूट्स और ओनली ऑन वाटर, है ना. 3-4-5 बार पानी पी लो, दिन भर रहना. कोई निर्जला भी करते हैं. तो एनी वन ऑफ द वन मास्टर्स व्हेन ही डज फॉर लॉन्ग टाइम. तो यहाँ हर एक चीज दे रहे. श्रद्धा भी रखना है, उपवास भी करना है, दम भी करना है, तप, ब्रह्मचर्य, वेदानुवचनम, यज्ञम. देन फाइनली स्वातंत्र्यम. Last, Swatantra means, this I'll talk more exhaustively tomorrow. Total independence from the dependency on things and beings. Otherwise, all our punya and tapashakti, they eat away. बिना बताए हमारा पुण्य उनके अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर होता है when we get services from others. Never become dependent on others as long as we are hale, hearty, healthy. मिनिमम डिपेंड, जब पूरा तबीयत शरीर वो बुजुर्ग हो गए, यू कांट एट दैट टाइम, देयर इज नो वे to do it. Otherwise, when we are fit, when we can do the works for ourselves, we should not depend on others. So too, when our demands, desires, requests, requirements get reduced, our dependence also gets reduced. Like you can't cook now. Anyway, Bahu is cooking. Already a dependency हो गया. Now whatever she cooks and gives, eat. Don't ask for pakode and papad. Then she will have to make extra effort for that. Then that becomes more dependency. मांगो मत अपने तरफ से. Not like yesterday. In Rama's teaching, yoga system में always looking janaha कौन किस तरह का tasty food देंगे मुझे. Like that the old man always thinks throughout the day. In a big meetings of how to take the world ahead, how to take the country ahead, वहाँ भी जब खाना आ जाता है ना, सारा डिस्कशन सेकेंडरी होता है. लोग उसका स्वाद मजा लेते हैं. ये नहीं करना. स्वातंत्र. In the same way, no demands at all. Be at your place. बेटा मेरे को घुमाने ले जाओ. अब you are depending on him. जब घूम सकते थे तब घूमे नहीं मंदिरों में. अब नहीं सकते हैं और दूसरे अपना काम छोड़ के घुमाना है हमको. नथिंग डूइंग. यू टेल हिम. घूमने का मन होता है, एक फैन पे एक रस्सी बांध के दे दो और पकड़ो रस्सी को, फैन के साथ घूमोगे. दैट्स इट. Nothing should be. Swatantram is the important word, All these 15 minutes I'll talk again tomorrow. This is the last shloka. With this, Yagnavalkya Smriti's quotes are over. Then we have Yoga Shika Upanishad quotations. After that, Purva Pakshi will ask a question. तो कल हम इसको करेंगे, तो पूर्व पक्षी का प्रश्न भी देखेंगे, उसको जवाब देते हुए अगेन सम मोर कोट्स. इट विल कंटिन्यू फॉर 1 more month बिकॉज हमको ना बहुत सारे अभी देखने, कम से कम 15 दिन तो लगेगा. बिकॉज आई वांट टू गो स्लो. एवरी वर्ड ऑफ दिस संबंध भाषा आई वांट टू एंजॉय फॉर माई सेल्फ. Otherwise, one day I can chant fatafat and tell you the literal meaning, not even worried whether you understood or not. I can say, हो गया, अब चलो, let us take a first mantra, first chapter. मुझे ऐसा नहीं करना, ये वाला आई वांट टू एंजॉय. पता नहीं प्रभु ऐसे आइडिया लाइक योग वासिष्ठ. एवरी चैप्टर एसेंस आई कैन टॉक 20 minutes 30 minutes. ऐसा नहीं करे, हर एक श्लोक पढ़ रहे. वो अपने आप में एक पुण्य है. नॉट जस्टिफाइंग, बट दैट्स हाउ आवर माइंड इज. ओके. ओम 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 पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परमऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे ओम तत्सत्. ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Thank you. Wait for 5 minutes for Yoga Darshana study.